You know what, y'all? I just realized today that there aren't many people who are willing to deal with the dysfunction that's either in their lives or in the lives of others. If you look up that definition, basically to deal with the dysfunction means that you're dealing with something that's not working, something that doesn't fit, something that's bad, something that's not good, something that is improper. And to be truthful, y'all, there's not many people who wants to address those things, particularly if it relates to their lives or the lives of others. To deal with dysfunction, that means that you're willing to have a hard conversation. You're willing to deal with those challenging topics that will expose the elephant in the room. You're willing to get down to the truth of the matter. You're looking to get down to the very roots of the cause of that dysfunction, whether it affects one's communication and or behavior. But what I'm learning, folks, it just seems as if people don't want to deal with dysfunction, whether in their lives or others, because it may make them feel guilty. It may point the finger at their guilt and or responsibility for it. It may make them feel bad or angry. In fact, they rather would just ignore the dysfunction. They would rather, like a game of spades, they would rather renege on having the conversation on dysfunction. Maybe if you're Christian, they would rather just simply just pray about the dysfunction. And ultimately, they would rather just not talk about it, just ignore it. It is what it is, yet continue to walk around on eggshells, acknowledging that there's something wrong, something ain't right, but we just ain't gonna talk about it, letting it fester and eventually explode. We shouldn't do that. But it's a wonder why we don't realize that dysfunction at anywhere of our lives, whether personally or in the lives of others, is infectious. In fact, it's quite toxic. And if it goes undealt with, it acts as a virus affecting and infecting everyone that it engages. Do we want that? I'm just wondering.